The rapping is like he's always gonna rap, and I think the content and themes here are on point. It's just all of them together as a package. I'm waiting for that to be like, oh man, there you go.
Feefo said you need a package of new speakers.
This was for me and you, Rod. This was for me and you. Jay-Z in My Lifetime Volume 1 dropped in 97. It's a classic.
Sounds like a no.
It looked like you smelled something horrible.
No, it's got moments on it, definitely. Like you just said, classic moments, but I can't.
Dead End Hip Hop Conversations, man. Shout out to Super Chatter Lex Canas. You asked this question during one of our lives, and sometimes you ask questions that we cannot answer in the moment, so we turn them into conversations. So big shout out to you.
Or shorts.
We turn them into other content. Check out our sophomore bracket, because shout out to Kiori. He created a bracket where we went through all of the sophomore albums. You know, Friendships Were Lost. But go watch that. And I think that's the one that we jacked up, right? With
Who's we?
You jacked up. You jacked it up.
Yeah. So hey,
We're gonna fix it.
So the redo video is on the way. But again, shout out to Kiori. We are talking about sophomore albums that turned into classics, because obviously when they first came out, we didn't know if they were or if they were not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw a whole bunch of albums out there, and then we'll discuss as a group if these are classics, did they turn into classics, and then from that point forward, everybody will kind of give some of the joints that we may have missed or their own personal joints. I'll start off with an obvious one. I think Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City turned into a classic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's not even a question. Okay, bet.
Question.
Yeah, that
was a classic as soon as they hit the streets.
I remember in the review though, we did say we needed a little bit of time for it to breathe. I felt like it was an instant classic.
You gotta bring up old shit, bro.
I'm just saying, hey, they can go back and watch it.
Nah,
I'm just
you're
saying,
right. You're right. We needed to give it time to breathe, and it has.
It's been over 10 years now, right?
Yeah, it came out in 2012, so that's
Absolutely
11
classic.
years.
Absolutely
Yeah,
classic.
100%. So I think this one will be a little bit on, you guys will probably say no, Clips, Hell Hath No Fury.
Why would we say no? What's wrong with that album?
No, I don't know. I don't know if you consider it a classic.
It's B's favorite.
It is B's favorite Clips album.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody say it's not a.
Okay.
I wouldn't say no. I just say I don't know.
Okay.
B would say yes.
B would say yes.
You think B would say yes to a classic though?
Yeah.
I know it's his best Clips album,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he would qualify it as a classic.
You're like,
It's so good. I mean,
Hey, shout out to 430. Obviously, you see he's not here today. All right, so
It's not for me though.
It's not for you.
damn.
I don't know if it's a classic. I like the album, but I don't know if it's a classic. I prefer their first album over their second album. Moving forward, T.I.'s Trap Music dropped in 2003. Is that a classic?
Probably. What's his
Yeah.
first album?
I'm serious.
I'm serious. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy, still sharp.
T.I. still serious.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, people say trap now, like
Yeah.
because of this album.
Oh, he coined the term trap?
He
As
made
far
it
as I know,
famous.
far as I know.
Nah, so the first hip hoppers or rappers that I ever heard say trap, and they didn't necessarily, they use it in the right way, but it was Outkast. I don't remember which album, but Andre said, huh?
It was before T.I. though?
It was before T.I., yeah. It was in the 90s. Andre said something about the trap. I want to say it was in Spodioti, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not Beezypedia.
Oh yeah, that's what because they had the echo trap. Yeah, but I think T.I. just took that moment
And ran with it.
just like, well, I won't even say it ran with it. I think that's just what it was in Atlanta. I think it was called
was.
the trap in Atlanta. And no one else was saying that, but then everybody else started calling their hoods traps and stuff like that. Like, yeah, man.
So, okay, we agree with trap music. Would you say Drake's 2011
Yep.
Take Care is a classic?
Yep, I would.
You
I
would.
would.
You jumping out there?
It's not me. I see a lot of Drake fans and everybody saying that that's a classic album. It is a good album. It is one that I do like, so I do not disagree with them. So, but it's everybody like it's just a given that that's a classic.
That's
so,
the one with him on the cover with the cup.
Yep.
And he looks all sad.
Yep. So yeah, I would agree with that.
Marvin's Room, all that. Yeah.
Just hold on, we're going.
You always talk about, that you want a Drake R&B album.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Scary Hours changed that for you to a degree. However, listening to that song, like it still goes now. And
that song is great.
It's 12 years old.
That song is great.
I personally think it's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my go-to Drake albums.
Got you.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree. I think it has aged well, more than a lot of other Drake projects. But yeah. So this album, I think everybody here will definitely say it's a classic. But I know Beezy says that it's mid, but it's a classic because it was held on by the top half of this album, Dre's 2001.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's a classic.
Interesting.
I don't remember what I said in the classic.
I don't either. Yeah, no, yeah, I would say yeah. I think people still look at that album as even if it's top heavy, as a very, very strong album and a moment in time for sure.
I think it has classic moments in its totality. I do agree with B. There's a lot of skippables. I think if it was shorter in nature, undeniable, but I think most people would say it is a classic. I don't know. What say you? You know how I say, man. The comment section is the conversation after the conversation. So let us know. This was for me and you, Rod. This was for me and you. Jay-Z in My Lifetime Volume 1 dropped in 97. It's the classic.
Sounds like a no.
It looked like you smelled something horrible.
No, it's got moments on it, definitely. Like you just said, classic moments, but I can't say it's a classic album. That's the one with Sunshine on it, right? Well, no, that's
No.
That's wait, yeah, that's the one with Sunshine on it.
I think you're right.
Yep.
Damn.
It was reasonable doubt in My Lifetime Volume 1.
Yep.
Ooh. That's the one that had the that song with Too Short on it.
Is that the one that
Babyface, that joint with Babyface, which is what you're talking about.
You ain't no J fan.
I am.
It don't sound
Don't
like
they have Marcy on it too?
It does. That's what I said. It has classic moments on it.
I know what girls like. I know what girls like.
No.
Ew, he
Girls
sampled
like
that?
me.
Yeah. Really?
I used to listen to the album. I know the album. Y'all.
It has some really good moments on that album, but it just has
That intro crazy.
that intro is crazy because it got the beat switch.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it's just a couple moments on there that just knocks it down.
Yeah, like I know what girls like. I bet that song is terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Sunshine.
Why would you
is-
sample that?
I don't
Nas
know.
would never.
Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon. 2, The Legend of Mr. Rager, dropped in 2010.
That's not a classic.
Not a classic.
No, it's a great album, but it's not a classic.
That's my dojo. My mojo so
My
dope.
mojo so dope, bitch. My mojo so dope.
I don't know,
we
man.
live it.
So
Yeah,
Man on the Moon
we
is
own
only.
it. Huh, I'm
is
sorry.
Man on the Moon is for one is only classic.
Maybe.
Gotta think about it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll take that back. Maybe I'd say 2 is a classic.
I think it is.
I would not bring that into a conversation. I guess if somebody else did, I wouldn't really fight it.
When did it come out?
2010.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
I think it's a
It
classic.
has some. Yeah.
No, it's an amazing album. I just never
Yeah.
thought of it as a classic.
It's some really good joints on that.
Tell us where you're going. Tell us of your travels. I'm off on the adventure.
I know that one.
Actually, yeah, I think I'd take it back. I'll take it back,
Yeah,
Rob.
man, it's
It's a classic.
I'll take it back.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
What do you say, Ken?
Don't ask me to say
I'm
anything.
asking
hating, bro.
I'm asking you. Is it a classic?
I would defer.
You plead the fifth.
To Kid
He plead the
Kid
fifth.
Cudi fans.
Yeah, this is a solid album. Yeah, man. Nah,
But a
nah.
classic
Yeah,
though.
solid
so.
and classic is different.
Well, I'm saying it's a very solid album now. I'm looking at the track list, and I'm like, 10 plus years, I think it still holds up. I could play this today, and it still be like one of my favorite Kid Cudi albums. Yeah.
So Mike, this one is for you. Eminem, the Slim Shady LP.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Came out in 99.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely a classic. You'd be hard pressed to find someone that would lie and say it's not.
I agree.
Uh-oh. Here come the lie.
No. I was just,
Lupe Fiasco's the cool.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that's 100% a classic.
Absolutely.
I remember when that shit came out, bro. Bro, that shit was on repeat. Repeat.
Cubicle
heavy.
days right there.
Cubicle days. Run the Jewels too.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't let it process. It just, yup. Automatic
And it's
response.
my least favorite Run the Jewels album.
But
did
it's
it come
classic
out?
though.
Yeah, it's a classic.
2014.
Oh, it's not even 10 years yet. It'll be
10 years next year.
I think people will say all. I think people will say all their albums are
really
classics.
all of them.
This is beyond my time, so I'm gonna defer to y'all three. Ice-T's Power, 1988.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yes.
I don't listen to it though. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but
Off the cover alone, he just look at the cover.
that's true with the booty and shit. Yeah.
And I'm gonna defer to y'all because I'm not 100% sure about this particular group. But Brand Nubians and God We Trust, 1993.
Yep.
Classic.
Yep.
Certified, not questionable.
No, I mean, I can't. Well, Eminem might disagree, but
Oh, really? Eminem don't like them?
he don't fuck with Jamar.
Jamar.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, you did. Jamar has been taking shots at Eminem for like what 15 years at this point,
I guess. I mean,
and M dissed him a few times on wax.
oh, I didn't think that would make him not like a brand new.
It won't. He probably
Yeah,
does still
yeah,
like, but he said
yeah.
that Jamar was the wackest person in the group. You know, Punk Jump Up to Get Beat Down. You know that song.
Yeah, I know
That's
that
the only song.
That's the only song. So I got one more because this is very interesting. I found this list on beatsrhymes.list.com, and it's high on the list. Or low on the list, I meant to say. But West Side Gun's Supreme Blientele, is it a classic? Does Griselda have a classic? Any one of them?
I think that collab album is a classic.
Which one? The one of his last ones that we just did?
No, the one.
What was Machine Gun?
yeah,
do?
yeah.
Yeah, one with Virgil.
Yeah.
Tell Virgil right brick on my
Okay.
brick. I mean, that's a classic to me.
Supreme Blientele is
It's up there.
up there, but I don't know if I could call it a classic right now or anything like that.
So is it a matter? It's just a matter
I
of
think
time.
it's time. Yeah, I think they need a little bit more time.
I don't know, because I think that's the one that people got put on the West Side, isn't it?
It is.
So yeah, I would probably say yes. Because a lot of people didn't get put on to Griselda until they heard West Side.
And I didn't realize this, but I just went kind of like down a rabbit hole because I was listening to Sky Zoo's Eastern Conference All-Star song, and it features who's the guy from Detroit that be really like?
That one? Elzai?
Elzai. I wanted to say AZ for whatever reason, but Elzai. You know I'm bad with names, but it has Elzai. Obviously, all three Griselda guys. Conway said back in that Lex video, we was broke as hell. So I went and looked at the Sky Zoo video, and Westside was featured on it. Westside did the hook on it. We're talking about like 10, 12 years ago. And no jewels, no nothing. I'm like, oh yeah, they was broke as hell. I would assume that was people's most introduction into Westside and Griselda. I don't even think they were called Griselda at the time. Right, what are some of the joints you got on your own personal list?
Without a doubt, for me, is Kanye West Late Registration. I've said that plenty of times. It's like my favorite Kanye album. So yeah, I think that's definitely. I know B would agree. I don't know if y'all agree with that. When it came out in 2005, and obviously the one you cheated on the video of the bracket video, It Takes a Nation.
That's
like
easily a classic.
Man, easily a classic. Easily. Like, that's crazy. This is their sophomore album, bro. And it sounded like that. Those are main two I had off this list. I don't know if you said Outkast, AT Aliens.
No, because that's automatic.
Yeah,
classic.
but let's talk about it. Yeah, AT Aliens is absolutely classic.
100%.
Yeah, like that to be their sophomore album is freaking crazy. So yeah, I would just put those three out there as what I would put on the classics.
I know that this artist is one of the crew's favorite. I don't know if I would say that the album is a classic, but just throwing it out there. Schoolboy Q's Habit and Contradictions.
I
Classic?
don't know if that's a classic. Blank Face is his classic.
Blake Flex
I
is
agree. I
classic.
100% agree.
I don't know if Habits and Contradictions is a classic.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
It's a good album.
It is a
It's a damn good
Yeah,
album.
I really like that album.
And it has aged well, really good too. So
Never was a fan.
Really? Yeah, he never.
I never was really hot on the album like that.
Huh.
What about you, Ken? You got any joints that you want to add to it?
For my Southern folks, man, my UGK fans out there, I'm gonna throw Super Tight on that list. You know, it's supposed to bubble, underground, front, back, side to side. Pockets full.
Whole ass niggas ride. Can't forget that part, kid.
I can't. Of course, Death Certificate. That's without a doubt. That's a given. And
Ball and G.
damn. Their second album, for me, it is like on the outside looking in, for sure. To me, bro.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, they came out the gate strong.
You should say hard. Come on, man.
Coming out.
How you fuck that up?
I don't know. I wasn't in the mood.
Damn.
I wasn't in that joke mood. Yeah, I think I'll stop there. Yeah, those three. Those three are good.
What about P Rock and CL Smooth?
Which one? Yeah, Mecca and the Soul Brother.
Yeah.
It's a classic. It's a classic. I don't listen to it, but it's a classic.
What about the Far Side Lab? I can't say
that's
it.
a Lab Cab California. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta throw Dell No Need for Alarm out there. That's easily a classic.
Was that on the bracket?
Yes,
Okay.
but I think it got taken out fairly early because y'all are.
But I voted for it.
Doom, obviously, but it's kind of debatable with Doom because Food is his sophomore album as Doom, but he did albums under King Ghidra. So it depends on if you count those albums as Doom albums versus King Ghidra albums. But if I would say if it's strictly Doom, then Food is easily a classic.
That's the one we had on the bracket.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't look in the comments, but I guarantee somebody was in there like, well, technically, you know, he did do. So I don't
Probably
know.
like the Eminem joint too.
All right, let me run through a couple. Aesop Rock Labor Days. That's if you consider Appleseed an EP. I do. So then that would make Labor Days his debut. I mean, Labor Days his sophomore. Atmosphere's God Love Ugly. Easily. And then one more I'm gonna throw out. Oh, actually, sorry. LP. I'll Sleep When You're Dead. Easily a fucking classic. That's, again, if you don't count High Water, which I don't really count that as a real album. And my last one, Violent by Design by Jedi Mind Tricks. That's probably their most popular album. There is some debate about that being their sophomore as well, but I think it's their sophomore. So
Gotcha. I'm gonna throw some joints out there that I know Beezy would have said if he was here. The Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory.
Yep.
100% classic. We all know that. Nas, It Was Written. I think it's a classic. You don't think it's a classic, Mike?
I didn't say that.
Your face said that. I'm saying that's why I swung it to you.
I don't know. Is it?
I think it's a classic.
A lot of people like that one over Illmatic.
Yeah.
There's some people like that one.
Yeah, that's my favorite album.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's my favorite album.
Well,
This is one that I know B would have said that I don't think anybody said. Mobb Deep, The Infamous.
yeah, because I always forget that's not their debut. I always forget that.
Notorious B.I.G. Life After Death.
Is it a classic?
Of course.
Just asking.
Yes.
Just asking.
Yes.
Ghostface Killer, Supreme Clientele.
Yes.
Classic.
What was Tupac's sophomore?
Strictly for My Niggas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would that be a classic?
No. But he had three strong singles off of it, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuji's The Score.
Yes.
That's their sophomore? They had one before that?
that's
they
the
had one.
sophomore, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
I
classic.
think it's
but
Blended on Reality.
Ouch.
I can't
I think
remember
it's
the
the
name of it.
first,
But
first
yeah.
one.
BDP, by all means necessary.
Absolutely. No question.
If we miss any of them that you feel that are classics, like I always say, man, the conversation after the conversation is the chat. Did you like, you know what I'm saying, the joints that we added onto it? And also go check out that bracket, man. The bracket is super dope. I fucked it up. I didn't realize I fucked it up, so the redo is on the way.
You realized it.
I didn't because it was not intentional at all. But we appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. We out. Peace.
I love these songs.